Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I'm good. We're getting close. We're at 34. This had backed up, so I put in a secondary chest there, and it's been sitting at 34 for a while. But yeah, I guess we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait, and that'll come. Okay, we're at 35. All right, so we're getting there. It's progress. A couple things. I think we're somewhat stable here for now. I want to come through and repurpose the building train. Because I think we've outgrown some things, and on the other hand, it's time for us to start thinking about other things. And the very first thing I want to take care of here, I think, is to get belt situated. So I want to take this out, and I want to transfer this over to blue. Oh, not 10,000. I think 1K will be plenty for now. 500. Sounds good. Yeah. 500, sure. And 200, fine. Fine. That'll be just fine. Seems a little high to me, but I think it'll be okay. Let's just grab all of this stuff out of here, and we'll use this chest right here. Looks very convenient for that sort of thing. And yeah, let's grab all of this stuff out as well, and we'll get all that stuff recycled. Boy, something kind of satisfying. Oops, I went the wrong way. Beeped when I should have bopped there. There we go. All right, all that stuff will now get recycled. We need to switch. Oh, nope. Stop. Don't do that. We need to flip. You know, fine. That works. I don't want to deal with this right now. Okay, we'll flip all these over to blue belt. Good. Okay, and we'll flip you over to blue belt. And we'll flip you over to splitters. All right, that looks good to me. Let's go ahead and flip these back into loading mode. What are you loading there? Oh, okay, I think we took those all out. All right, that is flipped over to blue right now. We need chests. We need that. That's for sure. I would like to get beacons as well as furnaces in here, and it looks like we have some extra space in here. Beacons, furnaces. Beacons, furnaces. Logic request. Let's. Well, we're gonna have to flip all of these. Beacons. Beacons. 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of beacons. 6 stacks of beacons. That'll be fine. And then electric furnaces. 4 stacks of those will be good. And yeah, I think that's gonna be good. Guys, back on. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I just gave those all away, didn't I? Beacons, furnaces. Maybe 50. And electric furnaces, 50, 100. All right, so that should all be ready to go. Do we have roboports? We have the chests. Those are important. We got a lot of big power poles here. We do have a lot of regular chests. Let's get rid of those. Oh, we can do it this way. Okay, I discovered something. Roboports here, maybe? Do we have enough room for... We don't have enough room for another thing. Okay, so that's probably why that was that way. All right. Let's do... We do just miners instead. I think that would actually make a little bit more sense. Oh, we need to do it here. We don't need that many lasers and things like that, that's for sure. So let's take those out. That would be 1, 2, 3. So we flip this over to roboports. We're on logistics. I don't know what I'm doing here. Logistics, roboports. We'll put 2 of those. And do we have enough room for 2 more? 1, 2, 3. We do. We want modules is what I'm looking for. Productivity modules. And we want speed modules. And we wanted roboports. Productivity modules, we'll put a couple of stacks of those in, and you will be speed modules. All right, just to have some of those laying around. You know what? Let's have more of those laying around. 3 to 5, like that. Yeah, I think I like that. All right, let's go ahead and knock that out. We'll dump off some of this stuff. And we're going to need to set up a way to have this train go up and load modules. Either that, or we'll have a train that just comes up and picks up modules and brings them back. But right now, I don't think we are... What's module situation? I haven't looked at it in a while. We have a K? 1K? All right. That's looking good. That's looking real good. Liking that a lot. See, that would be in the 3rd car. I don't think that's going to be very good for that. Yeah, that might not actually ever be used. Now that I think about it. But that's okay. It'll at least drain the ones from the system. All right, wow, we made it a ways into this episode before rolling the intro. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll come over here and check on the Coverx stuff and see if that's ready to get started. Do I want to do it before? Nah, we'll do it after. All right, I don't know if the audio's coming through, but it actually happened. I just checked it, and it said 39. I waited 2 seconds, and bam, there is the alarm. So, yeah, we're good to go. We got our 40 right here. We should be able to just drop that right here. And that'll get the Coverx process going. Let's see. We have 6 in that chest. Is that correct? You need 2. No, you need 5. Got 6 in there. I thought we were... Oh, okay, I see. Your stack size is 3. Let's set your stack size to 1. Why do you have 4? Because it's less than 3. All right. If we do less than 3, that's going to give us 3, because if there's 2 in there, that's going to be less than 3, and then that's going to go. All right, but it's still going to be off, because this guy is going to want to have excess in there. But that's fine. All right, and that didn't work. Why didn't that work? All right, stack size 1. Why are you, what's happening here? I don't understand. Override stack size 1. Okay, that's good. Override stack size 5. Override stack size 5. Override stack size 5. You're enabled when that equals 1. I've built this Coverx setup a million times. I'm confused as to why that didn't work. Huh. That's disappointing. Okay, so you should be grabbing stacks of 5. You should be grabbing stacks of 5. You should be grabbing stacks of 5. I don't think I've ever made that be necessary, but maybe it is? We'll try one more. Okay, that worked that time. I don't remember this having to be there, though. Huh. Well, I'll go and play with that, compare it, contrast it with some of the other things that we've done in the past, and see what's going on there. Why did you not grab that? Why did you, why is nothing working? You should grab that, right? Okay, you did grab it. Fantastic. I don't know why it didn't the first couple times. Maybe it was because it was a yellow. It just couldn't grab it off of the red belt fast enough. But, okay, that's going now. That's looking pretty good. Okay, there's our nuclear fuel. That should be feeding these reactors here. Let's just check the reactors. Make sure all the requests are set. None of the requests are set. That would explain some things. 50. Let's do 1. One, 1, 1, 1. And you all want to go into there. All right, we don't have any logic right now controlling the reactors to only insert one whenever whenever they don't need that. We'll probably want to put that in there just to be as efficient with our fuel as possible. Right now, I think we've got plenty going on here to support this, so I'm not going to worry about it. That is currently working. Yes, it is. We can get rid of this now and just set it to be one of these. And actually, we can set it like that. That'll go straight down. And we want to keep these on the inside so they don't conflict with the guys coming from the Covarex. And we should have some nuclear fuel on here now. We do. We have one. Fantastic. All right, that is good news. Okay, how are you coming along? Are we starting to supply up on stuff? We've got some electric furnaces. We are getting beacons. Things like that are getting done. Modules and stuff. We're not at the right place to get those, but that's going to be filled up. Our blue belt is going. And down at the mall, we should have blue belt in production. Oh, we don't. How much blue belt are we requesting here? 1,000? Let's double that. I want to have a good, nice reserve of blue belt at any given time. Mostly, I just want that being produced at a very good pace. Oh, actually, probably should have calmed that down a little bit to give those guys a little chance to catch up. Oh well, that'll happen for a while. All right, so let's see. Now that we're over halfway done with the episode, I want to get into what I wanted to do this episode, and that is kind of plan out some things. So I'm gonna try something here, and let's see if we can make this work. Okay, I think we're here. We're at the Factorio planner, kirkmcdonald.github.io. I'll put a link in the description. For a megabase, just, you know, 1,000 science a minute, right? That's, pretty standard, I guess. A good goal to go for. And, this fantastic calculator right here allows you to say, I want 1,000 red science, 1,000 white science, 1,000 blue science, all that stuff in here. And then it spits out all the stuff down here that, you need for that. Now, I've used spreadsheets and stuff like that before in the past. This gives you the same thing, and it's just a lot easier. Because sometimes the calculations and stuff can get a little bit complex. I'm not gonna lie. If you do use this website, a couple little recommendations I can set. By default, it doesn't have the settings set. You need to go over to the settings the first time. You need to make sure your version's right. I think this is pretty much. But your rates, it basically has the lowest level of assembling machine selected by default. You'll want to select the highest one. Your preferred furnace. In this case, we're doing electric. Preferred fuel, doesn't matter. Preferred belt, that's a good one to set as well. The big thing is your default module. The default module is the module that you put inside the factories, which in our case is going to be a productivity module, usually all the time. That's generally the best way to do it, like all the time. And the default beacon is going to be the modules that you have in the beacon. And what can get confusing about this is it's talking about this number 16. If we're setting it up to where all of our factories hit 8 beacons, that's going to be 16 because that's the number of modules it's going to hit, not the number of actual beacons. The wording there is a little bit confusing. The other little thing that I like to do is to set the factory precision down to 0, and this causes it to round up. So you don't see stuff like, oh, I clicked the visualize button. Okay, there we go. Like 11.3, well, let's just flip that over. If I say factory precision of 1 or something like that, I look at this and it says I need 10.9 assembling machine 3s. Now, you can't do 0.9 of an assembling machine 3, so that's not useful information to me. I can do that rounding in my head. I do have some deficiencies with math. That is not one. I can round up fairly easily. But this just gives nice round numbers. So I need 11, not 10.9. That's a little setting that helps, especially with belts. It's 1, right? I don't know how many belts we need for that. Let's just look. It's 0.5. Maybe it's not. Maybe 0.5 is actually good to have for that. Anyway, I need 1 belt. I need 1 belt. 0.5 belts, I need 1 belt. Doesn't matter. I'm going by the factories, right? I'm not going to be surprised and say that 11 factories aren't producing a full belt of red science. But this is a very nice tool for doing that. And it gives us pretty much everything. Everything that we need and the production that we require. It does all of the module and beacon calculations, as well as the power calculation. We're going to need 4 gigawatts of power to make this work. And the whole factory can be supported by 3 offshore pumps. We've got a couple more than that. Yeah, you kind of have to use a little bit of logic in here to help consolidate things a little bit. So right now, what I'm concerned about is the smelting that we require. So if I look over here at copper, we're going to require 25 blue belts of copper, and that is going to require 305 furnaces with this particular setup. That is going to be doable. Down here, we're going to need 48 belts of iron, 508 furnaces to produce that. So we're going to basically need 48 belts of iron coming out. The drills and stuff like that, I don't really pay attention to that number, simply because you're not going to calculate that out. You're just going to get whatever ore you get. Plus, we didn't put in productivity bonuses. You can. The problem with that is that it's always going up if you're researching it. So, you gotta think ahead as to what you actually need for that. But the big numbers I'm concerned about right now are this one, which is 48 belts of iron that we need to produce, and 25 belts of copper that we need to produce. Also of importance are these 5 belts of steel. Now, there's a couple of different ways we can do this. We can just make 48 belts of iron, right? Or we could take this number right here, 283 furnaces, and put that in this calculator, which is what I did right here. And we see that actually 20 of those blue belts of iron coming in are actually going to produce the steel. So if we combined these two, like we did in the Megabasing series, we can take this 48 and take off 20 belts of that. Where'd it go? So we would actually only need 28 belts of blue belts of this stuff coming in. I haven't quite decided if I wanted to do the combo or the, combining iron and steel together like we did in Megabasing. I'm kind of thinking against it, and the reason why is that 48 is a very nice, pretty round number in that it breaks up into 16 very, very nicely. And the good thing about 16 is it's a perfect balancer number that we can use. So I'm thinking at this point, what I want to do is set up 3 columns of, or 3 16 column things for the iron, 2 for the copper. Well, 25 is not a good round number for that, is it? We'll have to think about that. I mean, it's not even a good round number for 8 groups. But yeah, we want to get that smelting up. So long story short, what we need is a ton of furnaces and a ton of belts coming in to take care of said furnaces. And I kind of decided I do want to belt it. I want to belt it, and I think I want to do it kind of over here. We can start by doing this. We can set up a train station somewhere in here just to give us the massive amount of ore we're going to need from who knows where. Who knows where off in the distance to get that stuff down here. And we'll do it nice and close here. We'll build it into this area. This is going to be smelting. It's going to send basically 48 belts of iron and 25 belts of copper and 5 belts of steel south. And we'll build copper right there. Well, maybe we'll take it off in that direction. There's not a lot of stuff going on here except for water, and we can build over the water fairly easily. So that's the idea. That's where we're going with that. And for that, we just need a ton more furnaces and things like that to be made. Get that train loaded up. Get all our blue belts supplied. How are you guys doing? Are you being recycled properly? Looks like it. All right, you just need gears to get that stuff done. All right, move the helicopter down there. It's working out pretty good. I've played with that a bit. It's a lot of fun. I recommend it. And let's just come over here and take a look at our nuclear setup. None of you guys really look like you're working, if I'm honest. What's our temperature here? Temperature's warm enough. You guys have water. You're producing steam. Steam is going to you guys. All right, I guess it's just that we don't need it. We don't need it, but I bet we will at night. We need to basically just turn this thing off for now. And we'll start expanding stuff out. We can turn off the switch, I believe, for our thing up here. Let's just go ahead and mark that. Let's go ahead and turn off this switch, or just make it to where it's on all the time. A equal to A? Can we full it? Can we full it like that? Looks like it's on. All right, we'll just let that run since we have the power to do it now. And I'm going to come down here and gather up all of this stuff. These are some extra furnaces and stuff for us. And yeah, we'll basically not going to be using this idea of trading this in, since we're all going to be doing it for belting. I want to get kind of a big giant ore management sorting facility up here. Trains will just deliver it to that. We'll have this area here that's going to hard feed it in, that goes down here and feeds furnaces. That's the idea. We'll see how that ends up working out. Well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Sorry I didn't get really a lot of stuff done in that episode. It was mostly kind of all over the place, but that's good. We need to get some planning. We needed to get some hard numbers. We know what we're looking for now, and that is half of the battle. So, thank you for watching. See you next time.